Welcome to Roger Brown's. As a new member of the Roger Brown's team, you will find within a short period of time that we are very serious about being the best. All truly successful businesses start with the talent of top quality people. Therefore, when we speak of excellence, we are not referring only to our food and atmosphere, but also the quality of our people. It is for that reason that we are excited to have you with us. It is important for you to recognize that at the heart of everything we do is a genuine aim-to-please approach to serving each guest, which means excellence in all aspects of our restaurant. We realize that consistently great performance is the only effective way to build customer loyalty for the future. During your training, have an open mind. Listen carefully, work hard, and you can be sure that you will be in for a valuable working experience. Again, welcome to the Roger Brown's team. What kind of service do you provide? Good or excellent? The distinction lies in how skilled you are at attending to your guests. Some qualities excellent servers have are a neat, clean, crisp appearance, efficient, well-organized approach to daily routines, good memory, high energy level, and an ability to read people. People who come to our restaurant are more than important to our business. They are our business. Remember, treat your customers as guests. If you want your guests to notice and respect you, look them straight in the eye when talking to them. When you do, you will be reinforcing the message that you are confident in your ability to provide your guests with a memorable dining experience. Your body language may be speaking louder than your words. A hungry person can become irritated quickly. The first contact with your guest sets the tone for the entire meal. When one thing goes wrong, guests quite often will look for other problems. If, however, servers make a good first impression, guests are more likely to overlook minor problems. To make a good first impression, greet guests within 45 seconds. No one, particularly a hungry person, likes to be ignored. Of course, there will be times when you can't get to a table immediately. During these times, ask for help. Ask a fellow server, host, or manager. As you approach your guest, remember the importance of making a favorable first impression. Professional servers use both body language and communication skills to instill confidence and respect in their guests. Your posture and the way you carry yourself are what guests notice first. Good posture communicates a message of self-confidence. It is your tone of voice that sends the most powerful message. The tone of your greeting should be warm, and your message welcoming. The single most powerful thing you can do to influence your guests favorably is to smile. Smile often, and smile genuinely. One's attitude is automatically communicated to others. When we reflect a positive attitude, other people are attracted to us and enjoy our company. Another way restaurant personnel show their attitudes of concern for guests is in their grooming. Clean hands, face, fingernails, and clothes remain the bottom line of acceptable hospitality. Anything less than this is totally unacceptable. Eye contact by servers reflects sincerity, interest, and trustworthiness. In contrast, lack of eye contact communicates disinterest and insincerity. Nothing is so irritating as having a server approach your table and proceed to look at everything else in the dining room except you. The professional server is always tactful and is aware at all times of just what to say or what not to say to promote guest satisfaction. Use of guest names reflect a special caring for guests. It communicates respect for them as individuals. Use of a guest's name reflects a special caring for guests. It communicates respect for them as individuals. Attentive servers are tuned into the human needs of their guests and treat them as friends, not covers. They know that business thrives on polite, friendly, and respectful service. Providing help to guests who are indecisive or confused is a way of showing care and concern for them. But before servers can provide help, they must have a thorough knowledge of the products and service they are providing. Professional servers see themselves as sales representatives. They understand that business depends on sales, and their job is to sell. They avoid pushing unwanted services and products on guests, but they do attempt to expand guest awareness of products and available services. Guest problems or complaints should always be handled calmly, smoothly, and tactfully. The message, "Thank you for bringing this to our attention," is passed on to the guest in such a way that guests believe their problems, complaints, or concerns are always welcome and will be handled effectively. Efficiency is an essential ingredient of superior service. Professional servers have established an organized routine which ensures capable, efficient service. A proper service flow requires that service occur in regular increments so no one part of the service system is overextended at any period of time. This is the time it takes the product or service to get to each point. Efficient service is speedy, but prompting timing has subtle ramifications that go beyond promptness to provide service when guests are ready for it. Service and procedures must work for the convenience of the guest's needs rather than what is easiest for the server or the operation. We must do anything we are able for the guests, even when it is not the easiest procedure. Servers can greatly enhance their service quality by perceiving guest needs in advance. A high chair with extra napkins for families with small children, 2 forks with a single dessert order or a reheated cup of coffee, all served without guests asking for them. Service cannot possibly be of high quality without clear and concise communication between servers and guests, among the service team members, and between the servers and their managers. Messages must be communicated accurately, thoroughly, and in a timely manner. Breakdowns in communication lead to misunderstanding. Misunderstanding leads to mistakes, and mistakes cause inferior guest service. A well-run restaurant is more pleasant for guests because they can concentrate on enjoying themselves. Service becomes unobtrusive. It fits so well with what guests want from their dining experience that they are hardly aware of its presence. We want you to enjoy your work. A smile is the best tool you have. Your good disposition helps guests feel comfortable. Be genuinely friendly to all your guests, not just the ones at your station. Always move quickly and purposefully without running. Many times, good service means quick service. The guest's anxiety grows quickly when he is waiting for you. Sometimes, a minute can seem like forever. An immediate guest request, regardless of whose station they are sitting in, overrides anything else you have to do. Teamwork is the foundation of our restaurant. Your 4 biggest responsibilities besides the guest's needs are running the food, bussing tables, rolling silver, and first-round drink orders. Everyone needs to be able to count on each other for help. In a way, every table in the restaurant is your responsibility. Don't be afraid to ask for help. When guests are seated, it is our goal to have them serve their first-round drinks within 1 minute. If a drink is ordered that takes longer to prepare, deliver the rest of the order first, bring them a glass of water, and explain that we need to make all drinks from scratch. Put drinks down at the guest's right hand unless they're obviously drinking with their left. Consolidation means to save yourself trips, and subsequently time and work for everyone. Always make sure you loop the restaurant or section you are in. Do not make a beeline from the station to the kitchen. Always look for ways to save time and trips without sacrificing professionalism. Think ahead. Know our products. Be positive. If we 86 a product, we are not out. Instead, it does not meet the standards of our standards. Every business can have its problems. It is never appropriate to discuss ours with our guests. Be ready with helpful suggestions. Any guest response, positive or negative, must be accepted sincerely and handled diligently. Managers should be aware of all guest feedback. We like to think the majority of comments will be positive ones, but occasionally a problem will arise. You must handle these situations without making the guest feel uncomfortable. Handling difficult situations in a polite manner is an important part of your job. At times, tables with small children require a little extra special attention. Parents with small children should never feel burdened when they bring them to the restaurant. Instead, we want them to feel especially welcome and comfortable bringing their children to our restaurant. There are many service standards you will be held to. These basic tips and guidelines will help guest interactions go as smoothly as possible. Please refer to the server manual to become more familiar with them. We have several table service procedures to ensure the best guest experience. Greet each table within 45 seconds of arrival. First round drink orders should be received within 1 minute. Check to see if the guests would like a few minutes before ordering their food. When taking an order, stand up straight with good posture. Make sure you time the food correctly. Keep up with the kitchen and their times. Run your own soups and bread to your tables. Be aware of the time your orders take to get out. Remember, you are the last check on food quality before it reaches the table. Be aggressive at the expediter station. Look at the ticket, listen to the expediter, organize the plates, and go. Always check back with the guest after the initial taste of the order. It is very important to move at the guest's pace. Don't make them feel rushed or neglected. Place food and beverages quietly on the table. If a table asks for their waiter, ask them if there is something that you can do to help. Keep your tables well manicured. Remove excess silverware that is not being used. Remove ketchup bottle if used. And keep condiments clean and full. Remove all plates before delivering the check. Half-eaten food warrants questions regarding quality. After you clear the entree, check for desserts and coffee, and then get the check to the table. Be sure to inform the guest that you will take it at their convenience. Always thank them and invite them back soon. There are several guidelines for verbal skills for presenting yourself professionally at the table. Use the guidelines in the handbook when studying the menu and working towards achieving excellence in your verbal skills. As a server at Roger Brown's, you should strive for perfection in all areas. Your station when waiting tables consists of the total restaurant from the front door to the back door. You will have terms such as looping, full hands in, full hands out, runner, and consolidation. All of these phrases help in total teamwork. Anything that is not being used by the guests should be removed from the table. Replace ashtrays after 2 butts. Cap all ashtrays. Clean all food dropped on the tables, and damp bev naps should be replaced as soon as possible. See management about smoke-related issues. Anytime you hear breakage, it should be your first priority to see that the area is safe and clean. If there is any doubt in the age of your guest when ordering an alcoholic beverage, you must ask them for proof of age. Be polite, but remember, you, as well as the restaurant, can be held liable if a minor is served. Unused tables, regardless of where they are your responsibility. Hit unbussed tables immediately. Tables must not sit unbussed for more than 45 seconds, whether it is busy or slow. If you are passing by an unbussed table, grab what you can, even if it's only 1 glass. Anticipate tables are getting ready to turn. When bussing a table, move all glasses, silverware, and condiments toward you on the table. Never place silverware in a glass. Using a clean, damp napkin or towel, wipe down condiments, wipe down the table, and check the floors for trash. Push the chairs in, and check the lighting. Change out ashtrays that have been used. Be sure that they are clean and dry. Sanitation when bussing tables is critical. Never use a napkin on condiments or tabletop that has been used on ashtrays, chairs, booths, or the floor. We cannot attempt to list every situation or problem you may encounter. Often, a new situation may come up that will require you to demonstrate your common sense and general concern for the guest. Here's some situations that should help. Always answer, "Thank you for calling Roger Brown's. This is your name. How may I help you?" Speak slowly and clearly in a polite, businesslike manner. Keep in mind that the phone conversation is often the first impression someone gets of the restaurant. Remain as polite and helpful as possible. When putting someone on hold, say, "Do you mind holding?" and then wait for an answer. If you have a question about seating, do not bother another hostess. Talk to one of the managers. You may be asked to help the host staff with seating parties. Keep your work area clean. Be aware of debris that may be on the floor. We do not give out aspirin to guests. Employees should check with the manager if they require any kind of first aid. As a courtesy to our guests, we will seat a party up to 5 minutes past the official closing time. You are responsible for your schedule. If you are unable to work or want time off, you must find an equal replacement. All shift exchanges and swaps must be approved by management on hot schedules. Never work off the clock. Clock in uniform, and clock out in uniform. You may check your time either off the computer or with a manager. You will only be paid for the hours the computer gives management. Check your tips to make sure they are correct, as they will be reported to the IRS. Your being on time, in uniform, and ready to work is extremely important. The managers, as well as the other members of your work team, count on your help. Call and let a manager know if you are going to be late. If you have an emergency absence, you must notify a manager at least 2 hours in advance. If a team member proves to be unreliable, it can only result in termination. Never eat in uniform or in front of the guest. Don't chew gum, toothpicks, or straws. Never lick your fingers. Health department regulations require you to wash your hands after every visit to the restroom. Keep your hands and fingernails clean throughout your shift. As an employee at Roger Brown's, you may order any food item at half price when you're off duty. When you are seated in the dining room, you are a guest. Do not serve yourself. Do not ask for special items, substitution, or treatment that is not granted a guest. Please follow guest dress policy whenever you come in off duty. Never question a guest concerning a gratuity. This is a terminable offense. College shirts are purchased from management. Shirts should be ironed and have a very crisp, clean look to them. There needs to be creases down the sleeves. Good quality dress pants with no wrinkles and are clean. Only black shoes, socks, and belts are allowed. All of front of the house employees will be given one black apron. Hair must be moderate length for men. No facial hair except a well-groomed mustache or goatee. Long hair on the ladies must be tied back. Hair must be of natural colors. Wear all makeup, jewelry, and perfume in moderation. No body piercings should be visible to the guest. Earrings on men are not acceptable while on duty. Keep your hands clean and carefully manicured. No loud nail polish, and avoid excess rings and bracelets. 3 matching pens are part of the uniform. Please bring a notepad. Service people are responsible for providing their own banks in order to make change. A minimum bank would be 2 5s, 8 1s, and $2 in change. The pivot point is the place where you locate guest number 1. Guest numbers will be the same no matter where you stand and take the order. When standing at booths and tables against a wall or railing, the pivot point is at the end of the table. At all of the other tables, the pivot point will be when standing at the table you are directly facing High Street. When standing at the pivot point, person number 1 is the first person to your immediate left. It is vital to have a correct person numbering for proper food ordering, delivering, and communication with team members. Established pivot point numbers must be adhered to. Welcome the guests within 45 seconds of being sat. Place beverage napkin on the table to indicate the guests have been greeted. Use the greet to suggest non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. Get the drink order if not obtained at greeting. Deliver the drinks within 2 minutes of the order. Explain the specials at this time. Serve within 5 to 10 minutes. Remember to place small round plates in front of each guest. Remember to inform guests that wings take at least 10 minutes to prepare. Use the pivot point as you take the order. Repeat the order back to the guest to check out what you have heard. Remember, you're timing the food. Appetizer orders are placed immediately. Salad orders are placed once the appetizer hits the table. If no salads are ordered, entree orders are placed when the appetizers are ready for delivery. If no appetizers or salads are ordered, entree orders can be placed immediately. Clear the table of all unneeded items. Make sure the steak knives have been preset on the plates. If timing is off, inform the guests. Review the order at the expo line for quality and accuracy. Do not auction off the food. Know the pivot point and the guest number. Use your team. Deliver all food to the table at one time. Serve from the left and clear from the right. Serve ladies and children first. Be sure to ask if you can bring them anything else. Be familiar with the wine menu. Within 2 minutes or 2 bites, check back to make sure the guests are satisfied. Be alert to any dissatisfaction and correct problems immediately. Always let the manager know if there has been a problem with the guest meal, even if it has been corrected. Check to see if there is anything that can be bussed from the table. Always be sure to ask if you can bring the guest anything else. Stay close to the tables. Look for 2/3 empty glasses for refill. When all the guests have finished eating, offer coffee or a cappuccino. Suggestively offer Roger Brown's desserts, using mouth-watering descriptions. Suggest a dessert to split if the guests don't order individually. Suggest an appropriate after-meal drink or wine. Present desserts and beverages within 3 minutes. Place coffee mugs to the right of the guest with the cup handle at the 4 o'clock position. During the lunch service, place the check on the table after the entree has been delivered. Be sure to tell the guests that it is for their convenience, and you will be happy to get them anything else they may want. During dinner service, place the check on the table once desserts and coffee have been delivered. If the guest does not order dessert or coffee during the dinner service, place the check immediately on the table. Place the check at the same point at each table. This will cue you when the check has been paid. Sincerely thank your guests for choosing Roger Brown's. Let them know how much you enjoyed serving them and invite them back. Say goodbye and thank you to all the guests you noticed leaving, whether they have been at your station or not. If you notice any guests leaving unsatisfied, remedy the problem immediately and inform the manager before they leave. If you have any other questions, please consult Roger Brown's Server Training Manual. Thank you.